My name is Noah. I study computer science at the University of Auckland, and I'm just here at NZGDC as a volunteer. I mean, definitely. You know, when you start out by yourself, you're not really sure where you're going or what you're doing, and then you join clubs, you get with other like-minded people, and they push you towards making great games, honestly, and just having a really good time and finding a hobby that's really integral to your life. I think there's a fine line that you have to toe. I mean, there's certain things, I guess, that could be in poor taste in a video game that maybe you shouldn't include, even if you want to push the boundaries of what you're trying to tell. But I guess basically just stay aware of that line and hopefully try not to be too controversial. Well, this is more applicable for people starting out. You don't really know what you're doing, so lack of progress can basically mean you're copying other people and not really pushing the boundaries of maybe what you could do or what you want to do. In regards to, I guess, the larger industry, I guess going for things that are maybe the safe option, because, you know, obviously if you go for something risky and then it fails, you're down the drain. So I guess that would be a problem, just going for the safe route instead of going with something maybe truly great and potentially failing. Personally, I have a love-hate relationship with multiplayer games. I mean, I have very fond childhood memories of playing with my friends. Things like Uncharted 3 multiplayer, that was probably the main one. And nowadays, I'm not really into multiplayer anymore. I guess the competitive nature of it can be quite a turn-off to a lot of people. I know that's definitely the case for me. When I used to play the old Buzz games on PS2 with my friends, that was super duper fun. Just seeing everyone saying, oh no, that's the right answer, no, it's that one, and then everyone being wrong. Well, yeah, that was a pretty great experience to have. Storytelling plays a massive part in the game, and also how it translates over to mainstream society and culture as well. Like, I would say a good example, well, for me anyway, would probably be The Last of Us Part 2. It had dealt with some very dark themes, things that a lot of people could relate to in real life. For them, it wasn't just a game, it kind of transcended that and became a part of who they were and how they wanted to act in life. I know that's definitely true for me. I don't think it's a near future change, but microtransactions are definitely a very controversial point. I mean, personally, I feel like if there's things you can get in a game if there's things in a game that you can get with microtransactions, but you can also attain them just by playing the game, I don't think that's too controversial or too destructive. But when there's things that a player, well, if you get rewarded for buying things that other players, like, they can't get just by playing the game, then I think that's not really that's not a fair practice on the players that have already paid for the game. More funding towards indie studios and people just starting out would be a massive help. I mean, we have a pretty good game community, I would say, here in comparison to a lot of places. I mean, we have decent studios, we have studios coming up, we have a lot of great projects, like as you can see from the showcase we have here. So that's honestly what I would just say. Keep investing in the industry because it's going to give you a massive return. It's just the fun factor. When you go into a game and you can't put it down, it just calls to you every moment. So you might be working, you might be doing like dishes or something like that, and just thinking, ooh, I wonder what happens next. Oh, that was so fun, I want to go play it again. It's like any other hobby, but it really, really just sucks you in and makes you forget about everything else. Sometimes the grind, I mean, and also some games that get more recognition than other games just by virtue of being from a big publisher. Those kind of grate me. I mean, I guess like yearly sports titles, even though I'm a big FIFA fan, like I used to be, those kind of grate me because I feel like they're a little bit undeserved in the amount of attention and the amount of praise they get from people that aren't, I don't want to say the word true gamers because that's that's kind of exclusionary, but it does feel like that. There's great games that aren't getting as much praise just as those other titles. It wasn't too long ago that it wasn't niche, but it wasn't as big as it is today, and I think that's just getting bigger. How it fits into culture at large, I just think people are going to keep making more games that people, like better games that people can invest with and relate to. That in turn will just make them want to play it more and take the industry and video games more seriously than maybe even a few years ago.